I promised to make one of these a day because the idea is to force myself to do one of these a day so that I get in the habit, so that I get in the style. That's terrible framing. There, that's better. Less headroom. Anyway, one a day. Whether I need one or not, whether anything happened or not. Nothing happened. We had the work thing, and then we had the come home thing with the headache thing where I went to sleep thing, and then I woke up in time for my friend David to come over because it's a standing Tuesday thing, and we watched some TV, some Charlie Brooker, and we went out to eat, and then it's now. I don't have anything to report. So what I will do is I will say that there comes a time when you have to cut your losses. There are some times when a problem is so annoying, I get my head wrapped around a problem and I want to solve it. Because if it's a problem that's affecting me, then that's what I want to do. And that is my Mac at work. It is still busted. Now here's the deal. It doesn't really matter because most everything is stored on the network. So wiping it and restarting it is not a problem, with the exception of just one little thing. And that one little thing is my virtual machine. We have the most ridiculous payroll system that requires everyone to use Internet Explorer. You can't simulate it, you can't fake it, you have to use Internet Explorer. And so therefore, people who have Macs have to have a virtual machine to actually get paid. So I have this virtual machine, and I use it for other things. Occasionally I have to use Microsoft Access. There's some utilities that have to be run in Windows, but by and large my work is not done in Windows. But I have to have it. And it's like 200 gigabytes. So it's not backed up. That's the one thing that's excluded from the Time Machine backup, is this 200 gigabyte virtual machine file. I have tried everything I can think of to get this Mac to work. I just don't want to nuke it and lose that thing. But the drive works, right? So I can boot, but I can't get it to boot past Yosemite. I can boot into the recovery partition. I even reinstalled Yosemite over the top of the existing one. No difference. Still won't boot. Rebooted the NVRAM. It has fought me at every turn. And why it worked once or twice and then won't work again mystifies me. I don't like mysteries. They give me a bellyache. And I had a beauty right now. So today I thought about booting the machine in target disk mode and connecting it to my laptop and sucking the VM off. And I would have, except they don't have FireWire on the laptops anymore. But you can use a Thunderbolt cable, which is wonderful. And if I had a $40 Thunderbolt cable, I might consider it. But I don't. And I don't want to buy a $40 Thunderbolt cable, which I have nothing to use it for except this one instance of extracting a big file across. So I put in a recovery partition, which, by the way, since the App Store debuted on OS X, it used to be that you could hold down the option key, you'd boot into multiple disk drives, one of which would be the recovery partition, in which you could use that for disk utilities, terminal, and some just maintenance. And that was gone. And I just assumed it was part of the failed installment. In fact, it's a new feature of OS X Yosemite that you have to hold down Command R when you boot to get that one to come up. So I got that, went into disk utility, repaired the drives, did everything, repaired permissions, didn't work. Got in there, loaded up terminal, was able to get into the drive, see everything, check the files, mount the drive, all that works fine. So finally I got an external drive, plugged it in there, and then tried to copy the virtual machine. But it turns out the virtual machine is a package, which is an OS X way of hiding a folder, and copying it would have lost its packageness from a command line. So I tried to zip it up. That took hours because it's 200 gig. And then I copied it across a slow USB connection, which took hours, and then put it on another machine and trying to extract it, which was taking hours. And if it just extracts and it looks like a workable virtual machine, then I can nuke this thing and go. And then if that doesn't work, I don't know. I don't know why it's not functioning. It's like a hardware problem almost, but it shouldn't be. It was working fine under Mavericks. Anyway, that's my thing for today. It's all about the frustrating things going on with my Mac. So like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.